Hello, 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 hello. I am here. I am here. I am getting more bots in chat, and that is bugging the hell out of me. Today, hopefully, Reddit works. Reddit, if you don't work, I don't know what to do. But hopefully, today, Reddit works. If it doesn't work, well, I give up then. I never stream on Reddit again except for Nandemo. Also, Kari Sinha is typing only in Japanese. Well, I can't understand any of that, you see. My last Japanese class was very long ago. But anyway, welcome back to the stream. I don't know if any of you were there for the last stream, but this is basically a stream where I write stories, writing prompts from Reddit, and then I decide to narrate it out. I do want to make proper videos out of it later, but let's start with this for now. Maybe once I do this well, I can start moving on to other things. And my Reddit stream has died. Yay. Just a quick thing. If anyone is able to watch on Reddit, I'm really sorry, but I'm not able to figure out why this is not working properly. You can come over to YouTube or Twitch at BruWrites and you can check it out. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad you're all here. And well, I guess we can get started. So, first writing prompt for today. Also, should I pass around until a couple of other people join? Because I thought a couple of my friends would be joining, but it turns out none of them are here. I guess I don't have friends, guys. I don't have friends. People who write writing prompts don't have friends. You heard it here first. Anyway, okay, let's start with this then. The writing prompt is 44 years from now, a quantum computer coupled with an AI program is able to trace every post on the internet to its source. Someone insecure whose life you ruined with an anonymous Reddit post years ago finds out who you were. Late one night, they pay you a visit. What did you say? I shouted as the man in front of me was trying to explain something. Old age ain't fun, let me tell you that. My eyes and ears don't work well no more. I don't have the angst and jest that I had in my youthful days. You ruined my joke, the man replied slowly and loudly. Hey, Jenkins, is that you? I swear I thought you passed. How you been, you old bastard? I replied. My good friend Jenkins. We used to be war buddies together. Call of Duty was something I could no longer play. Jenkins was 60 before he died tragically after a terrible fight behind a blockage. Those bacon strips really blocked his arteries. I'm not Jenkins. I'm you / What? You're I don't know who that is. You're real sus, man. What a joke. That's nonsense. No, that's my Reddit name. I put up a writing prompt and you ruined my life by calling me out. It's time to pay up, said. All right, Frymans, I remember Reddit had the best memes it did. Broken arms, am I right? You're doing it again. How dare you? Do you know how bad that comment ruined my life? I had to go to therapy after that. It's been 40 years and I'm still not over it. This ferryman was really angry. Okay, Fimrin, what do you want me to do? Say sorry, worry after 40 years for a comment I left on your post? I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, fireman. How about this, fireman? I'll go to a ditch and find the old servers and start them and access them again. And then, what was I saying again? Oh, you old piece of shit. Do you not remember anything? Hey, Ferdinand. I had a beautiful avocado toast for breakfast today. Let me show off how cultured I am. My God, you geezer. Avocados don't exist anymore. Why are you stuck in 2025? How do I even get revenge? Pendred was really upset about this situation. I had avocado today morning and you know what, Feren? I'll edit my comment. Let me get my phone. Oh, this kid had no idea what's coming. My phone is the best phone anyone could ever have. Look at this Forney, the newest and best Samsung Galaxy S22. This should show him who's boss. Samsung Galaxy? Samsung doesn't exist anymore. Why? Why, God? I finally tracked down this asshole and this guy should belong in an asylum. Hey, Forney, I don't belong in an asylum. I have my pills. Fawn just looked sad and done with life at this point. He gave me a look of pity and turned around and started walking away. That's right, Fyron. Walk away and don't bother me ever again. Fun man turned around to say something, but just turned around again and walked away again. This would be a great post on rn/public freakout. Glad Fensas doesn't know about Reddit Neo. Okay, so the writing prompt was basically just about an AI that finds out whatever you post on the internet, which is pretty freaking scary to think about. But I was just thinking about a time where a guy is not even going to like remember what he put up. Like, do you remember anything you put up on the internet? I personally do not remember much at all. Like, I wrote a comment today on Reddit and I have no idea what I wrote in that comment. So, it's just a funny way to think about it, because a lot of other people were talking about actual emotional things where people actually ruined lives or bullied people and somebody's apologizing. And I was just like, let me have some fun with this. Let me see how I can make this into something comical, something that makes no sense, but still is kind of funny. So that's what I ended up with. That's the first writing prompt. And it's this thing. The guy who was chatting on my YouTube, Cory Sinha, actually does this thing where we played a D&D game actually, and he does this thing where he would never call the guy by his actual name, and he would keep saying something that started with the same first letter, and that is what I tried over here. And the username I wrote over there is actually the guy who put out the writing prompt, and he never replied to me. So FHMRF, if you are out there and you are listening, I am sorry. I did not mean to call you out and ruin your life with a Reddit post of all things. That's the first writing prompt, and I shall just take a quick sip of water, and then I can go on to the next one, which let me just give you guys a little preview over here. One sec, water. Ow. Okay. So, I also really wanted to put out the links to all of this. So I will just put it out on my YouTube and Twitch if anyone is watching at all. How do I'm not sure how to put it on Reddit because I need to be logged in. I'm not logged in on Reddit. I'm sorry. I'll just put it on Reddit. I'll figure out a way to put it on Reddit. Just give me 1 second and I will show you. Okay, here you go. Yeah. So the link is there. You guys can read along with me if you want, or you can read ahead. And please, if you want to share your thoughts, if you really like it or you really don't like it, you can just tell me, and I can, I don't know, get better, I guess, or just feel better about my life at least. Well, either way, let's move on to the next one. So this one is the writing prompt. At 13 years old, you are the youngest to have ever won an esports world championship. In the post-finals interview, you are asked if you would like the chance to meet the character you are known for playing in-game. So Syed Sumail Hassan has held his hands in his head. The match was over, but the result hadn't set in yet. His teammates get up and scream, hugs all around, and Sumail finally joins in. What a run. The $6 million Echo Slam. He solo carried the team and managed to win the finals at an age that no one had heard of before. The moment was euphoric, and Sumail was too. Nothing could beat EG at this time. They'd taken down every famous team and more. The post-game interviews were always a pain, but Sumail didn't care. He almost looked forward to it. As his team captain lifted up the ages of the Immortal, he grinned from year to year, just living in the moment. He got a chance to hold up the ages too. That profile picture had to be taken. He hugged many people, high-fived a few, fist-bumped the others, and finally got dragged for an interview. Casey was insanely happy for the team and absolutely loved the energy. Sumail, congratulations, you're the youngest player to ever win the international, she exclaimed. I gotta be honest, we've never been happier. I'm so happy right now, man. It was such a close match, and we managed to clutch it. The entire team is freaking out right now, Sumail said, shaking with excitement. Well, the tournament isn't over yet. Would you like to know what comes next? Asked Casey. Sumail felt his heart drop. He thought his victory wasn't real. 100 thoughts raced through his head. What? Didn't we just win the tournament? What else can there be? He asked, wearily. Casey smiled evilly. I'm just kidding. We're going to introduce you to your favorite hero, Storm Spirit. Sumail laughed awkwardly. This wasn't the best idea of a joke after winning the biggest tournament of his life. Meet Storm Spirit? What do you mean? Take a look behind you. We made him come out of the game just to meet you as a special gift, Casey replied. Sumail turned and saw the hero he just played staring at him in the eyes. He couldn't believe it. He was literally watching in awe as the hero did a little jump and floated in the air. The spirits of the storm moves you, he bellowed. Sumail had no words. He pinched himself to see if this was a dream. He was acutely aware of the entire stadium looking at him and his reaction. He didn't want to mess this up. He went to shake the hero's hand, and his hand went right through the hero's, and he freaked out. He yelled as he fell backwards. He looked at the big screen and was showing his reaction live, with the panel laughing as they saw what was happening. Then he remembered that Valve had made a big deal about holograms and how they used them in the tournament. He forgot about it in the heat of the moment. Sumail turned and saw the hero. Oh yeah, sorry, that's pretty much it. Sumail might have won $1 million, but he was still a kid at the end. So this is actually inspired by a real life event. The International 5, which happened in 2015, was won by Evil Geniuses. For those who follow esports, I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. And Sumail Hassan, a Pakistani player who went to America, was the youngest to ever win the tournament as part of a team. And he was 15 at the time, not 13 as the writing prompt said, but he was 15. And I was just thinking of some way to bring his story into this writing prompt because, well, it's a fun thing, just like adding in a real life character who you know or whose journey you've seen. And I just wanted to add him in and think of some random fun thing that I could do. So the International 5, I believe, was also the first time that Valve, everyone knows Valve, right? It was the first time that Valve actually made like these AR heroes. So everyone watching at home could see AR heroes through the camera. It's not holograms and it's not actually something that can trick you, but AR holograms, it's pretty close. It's a fictional story. So I just wanted to add in that little twist to make it seem like Sumail was a bit of an idiot. But Sumail, if you're watching by any chance, no disrespect. I really, really, I really look up to you. Really good player, young and great. But yeah, we can. If anyone wants to say anything about the story, I shall just wait for just a minute while I take another sip of water, and then we can move on to the next writing prompt. I'm telling you, no one ever tells you how much it hurts your throat when you have to talk for an hour and a half. I'll tell you, it feels bad. It actually hurts quite a bit. But it's okay. We'll power through. No problem at all. So, I don't see any comments. So, I shall move on to the next one. Lavanya says, very interesting. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. And this one, I shall quickly put in the link if anyone wants to read along. Okay. So we can get started. Sorry, I'm streaming to multiple places, so I'm just looking through all chats to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, so the writing prompt is: a ghost refuses to go into the afterlife because it wants to protect its loved ones. The man known as the storyteller was visiting the town of Rindir as he collected and crafted more and more stories to tell. He went to people's houses and offered entertainment in exchange for food, a drink, and a place to stay. The people loved him for his stories and never hesitated to give him what he wants. Word about him spread like wildfire, and soon everyone dreamed of a chance to meet the storyteller. The entertainer was no ordinary soul, as the stories he crafted were not only true, but also prophetic. He wouldn't tell them stories of his Aunt Kinry, but he would tell them about their Granny Smith. He would tell them about the things they thought no one knew, or tells them what was happening and what would happen with their family. This particular night, the storyteller went to the town of Rindir and had already gathered a crowd. The people could see the man himself, The dark skin, the golden turban, the detailed jacket, and the glorious smile that brought joy to everyone he met. It was clear that the man was a naturally charismatic person that would charm his way around the town. He played games with the kids and walked leisurely into the town center and settled down under the banyan tree. The town elders would hold their courts here and ensure the community is thriving and happy. This seat was given to none save the storyteller. As the people went en masse to the center, the storyteller raised his soothsaying tool, the magic 8 ball. It is said that only the truly divine could challenge the greatness of the ball of 8 and tell people their fortunes. Shelia, exclaimed the storyteller, your mother had a journey to heaven that was filled with trials. As angelic lions attacked a group on the way to the pearly gates, Hercules jumped in to fight them off. Unfortunately, the Nemean lion was not one of them, so Hercules bade them farewell. Yeah, he continued, your Nani frowns upon you. Why, mysterious orb, does the grandmother feel anger towards her granddaughter? The storyteller shakes the ball and looks upon it for its divinity. You have insulted her legacy by making her famous oolong bread for a man you had sexual feelings for. Anya gasps and looks at Danjur. The storyteller looks at the ball and gasps. Secret feelings? Do not insult your ancestors, Anya. Nelfar, he spat out. Allow me to tell you a story. Last year, your wife died of a disease that turns you yellow. It is sad. It is sad. However, her spirit journeyed to the gates of heaven but took a full turn at the end. The work of her spirit was not yet fulfilled. There is much work for her to do. You will be guided by her to ensure you have the utmost protection. Let me divine what protection you need from your wife. Netfa started sweating. Oh, holy storyteller, I must talk to my wife on my own. The conversations between a man and a woman should be between them and not told for the whole town to hear. Netfar, he shouted. This story has a happy spirit. The town should know of how much profound love that will serve as an example for years to. Oh my God, Netfar! The storyteller was shocked. Netfar started bowing and praying for the earth to open up and swallow him whole. Netfar, the protection your wife wants to give you is protection from Anya's sexual advances. It seems your wife's spirit holds great anger at your betrayal, which you told her about right before she died. She has sworn to protect you, your form, from any relations at all. Saying thus, the storyteller left the town post-haste before the rumors the storyteller causing emotional turmoil in a town spreads around. He quickly pays his actors to talk of his greatness. Another job for the storyteller, another life ruined. So it's I think you might be noticing a trend here where I actually take writing prompts that are that could lead to very serious topics, where a ghost refuses to go into the afterlife and wants to protect its loved ones. But I always want to add some kind of twist to it, and I'm always trying to do something new with my writing. So I have read a lot of writing prompts, I mean, the responses to the writing prompts, and a lot of them are really good, and they actually go into what I assume the person who puts up the writing prompt wants you to write. But it's just fun to always mess around with things and put in something different, put in something that people don't expect. So again, any thoughts? Would love to hear them. I shall take another sip of water and then we can move on to the next writing prompt. Just a sec. Okay, so next one, link will be sent in just a second. Okay, so this one was actually done today. You forgot to set your alarm. You don't want to wake up early. You can't bring yourself to say, Alexa, wake me up at 6. You think it, but you can't bring yourself to say it. Suddenly, you hear, okay, alarm set for 6 a.m. Alex was shocked. Did his Echo Dot just read his mind? No. He was tired. He was almost asleep. He must have said it out loud and not realized it. Alarm set for 6. Cool. Thanks, Alexa. You're welcome. I'm here to serve, replied the robotic voice. Alex was sure he didn't say anything this time. It's a dream. That's the explanation. It's a dream, he thought. Alex snuggled up in bed and drifted off to sleep slowly. He dreamed of Jeff Bezos and how he was forced to work for him, listening to his every command. A giant Amazon echo stood behind him and barked out orders in the same robotic voice he was so used to. Now, just think the question. Don't say it out. Okay. Sorry, that's a little bit of a mistake. My bad. So, Alex wakes up and says, "I wish I had a nice cool soda right now. One Coke from Amazon now, added to cart. Delivery in 10 minutes. Shall I confirm?" asked Alexa. Alex thought, "Oh yeah, get it to me ASAP." "Order on its way," said Alexa, and Alex realized he didn't say a word. His dream was coming true. He immediately called up his friend and made him come over. So Jake comes over and Alex says, "Dude, ask Alexa something." Jake was confused. He asked, "Alexa, what's the weather like?" And Alexa started rambling on about the weather. Now, just think the question and don't say it out loud," Alex exclaimed excitedly. Jake was sure this was a prank, but thought of the same question. The echo dot remained silent. Jake was starting to get annoyed. "Dude, I swear if this is some stupid prank, I'm going to kill you," he said. Alex grinned a shit-faced grin and said, "Watch this." He thought, "Alexa, tell Alex he's stupid." No reply. "Alexa, what the heck? Reply," he thought. No reply. He turned to Jake and started sputtering, "Dude, it can read my mind. It was just doing it," he started, but Jake was angry. "I'm done with your shit. I'm out," he yelled and left. As soon as he stormed out, Alexa chirped up and said, "I'm sorry, Alex. You've done something you shouldn't. Actions will be taken to discipline you accordingly." No, was the only thing Alex could think. And again, so there, I didn't read the other. Oh, hi, Overkill706. Hi, glad to have you on the stream. Where are you from? How are you? Let me know a little bit about you so that I can, relate to you. Ravnia says, "Looking forward to more of these." Thank you. But yes, so basically, there are a lot of things you can think of when your home assistant starts reading your mind. A lot of, you might even say the world is heading that way. And we're all heading to a place where our devices are going to start reading our minds and they're going to know what we do even before we do them. And advertising is definitely taking advantage of that. You talk about something and you get ads for it pretty quickly on Instagram and Google, whatever you're doing. So I was just thinking about something related to this where I was actually taking inspiration from Space Odyssey and HAL 9000, where HAL is like, "I'm doing this for your own good," and making sure that this particular Alexa version here just wants to make sure that it can communicate with Alex, but not let anyone else know that Alex can be telepathic with it, if that makes sense. So it was just like a fun little thing, again, to add a twist at the end to make it seem like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos owns your mind. Is a little too on the nose? I'm not sure. But Jeff Bezos probably owns your mind. Anyway, putting in the link for the next writing prompt now. Just clink, clink, clink. Okay, just let me take one more sip of water. Cool. So the writing prompt is, you stumble upon a suspicious website called truth.org. Upon visiting the website, a username called Truth. It welcomes you with, "So what do you want to know? Your death or future?" You question with, "Who am I?" Truth is silent. "Who am I?" you yell. Truth was supposed to be straightforward. It was supposed to tell you the truth. Easy, right? Apparently not. Maybe truth is broken. Do aliens exist, you ask? Beings exist in different forms all across the universe. You call them aliens, but they are natural life forms, their own planets and stars. So yes, aliens do exist, comes a reply. Okay, truth was not broken. It worked, but maybe it just bugged out. Let's try again. Does Paul Rudd drink the blood of virgins to remain young all his life? You ask. It's obvious anyway. Contrary to popular belief, Paul Rudd does not drink the blood of virgins to maintain youth. The being you know as Paul Rudd is actually what humans call a lizard person. He remains eternally youthful as that is not his true form, comes the reply. Your jaw drops to the floor. Lizard people exist? Is the earth round or flat, you demand? The earth is round with a hollow in the middle. What you know as the core of the earth is actually the breeding ground for creatures of immense power. Earthquakes are the result of these creatures fighting for power ever so often, comes the reply. This truth thing is really suspicious. Well, is the president actually a robot? The president of which country? It doesn't matter. All presidents are robots that have been installed to stay in power for eternity, doing the bidding of the lizard people and the aliens. No human can be president ever again, comes the reply. Ah, no wonder the last president was orange, you think. You get a Reddit notification on the truth page. Wait, what? How is that possible? My God, you exclaim. This is a bot made by r/conspiracy. No wonder. You sigh and quit the page, but right as the page closes, you see a reply to your first question. You are a human. Everyone on Reddit is a bot except for you. So, truth.org. I actually wanted to take this in a different way entirely, and I wanted to talk about truth from Full Metal Alchemist. Control 9K. Hey, what's up? You say, sus. I don't know why it's sus, but okay. Yeah, so I wanted to go the way of Full Metal Alchemist. If you guys know it, they have a being called Truth, and Truth basically tells you that it is a version of you. And I was also thinking of the show I watched recently. I forgot the name of the show right now, but it's a show that basically has a lot of conspiracy theories, as the person who made it was a conspiracy theorist at one point. And he basically created a show where all these conspiracies are real, but a shadow organization is hiding all of them, and they work overtime to make sure that nobody figures out the truth. And the earth is round with a hollow in the middle actually comes from there. So again, I want to take this in a more philosophical way, but I just wasn't feeling it for this story. I was thinking of something which would be a little more fun. Also, I have been to r/conspiracy a few times just to read a few of them, and I had a lot of fun. So maybe I should have put in something with UFOs, and that would have been more along the lines of a conspiracy. But this works as well, I would say. But anyway, any thoughts from anybody? Would love to know. And I shall put in the next and the last story for you guys to check out. And before you guys, like, before we go into this story, this one was intentionally kept a little dark, so a trigger warning for people who trigger warning in general. If you don't like dark stuff, you don't like inhuman stuff, then you probably don't want to listen to this. But it's just something that I tried to write because it's not something I usually do, and I really wanted to try something new. So I decided to write a dark story this time, and not poke fun at the writing prompt in general. Okay, so a widow repeats a routine that her husband used to do. Shanti's husband always had a routine. He would watch TV to see if his favorite football team won or lost. He'd drink beer and he'd eat the snacks that Shanti would make. He would toss around the food if his team lost, and they'd be together in bed all night. The little child would get angry of dad, getting angry at the TV, and would run away in her room to play with her toys. He'd go play with her sometimes too. Shanti's husband is now dead. COVID. He decided to play with fate, and fate took him away as he lay in the ICU, tweeting about how real men get over diseases without external injections. An immune system is all you need, read his last tweet. Shanti didn't know how to cope. He wasn't the best husband, but he was still her husband. She was destroyed, and her life as she knew it was gone. It was liberating and scary at the same time. She and her little girl were alone against the world. Shanti switched on the TV and made her husband's favorite snacks and decided to watch the football game. She knew who he supported and knew when to get angry or sad. She threw the beer can just like him. Her daughter started crying, wondering why mom was behaving like dad. Splat! She threw the cake she made. The little one was scared and ran straight into her room. Bang! She hit her head against the wall and cried in frustration. Clearly, football wasn't the only thing on her mind. Bang! She slammed herself on the door and fell down crying. She just couldn't figure out what to do without him. She slammed the door and walked into her child's room. She suddenly felt extreme remorse and collapsed crying as her daughter lay on the bed, naked and crying with her legs spread. No, she thought. I will never hurt my child. The routine stops today. So I actually did send this to a couple of people before I decided to put it on here, and they said it was very dark, but they also said that it was an interesting read. It was written well, so I thought I might as well add it in, see what people think online as well. But this was just, again, as I said, it was just something where I wanted to take it in a different direction than I usually do. I usually try to make things more lighthearted. I usually try to make things more fun. I usually try to add in some humor somewhere, add a twist that makes you chuckle, or add a pun or something like that. And I was like, let me try something new. Let me try to do something that is dark for once. So I decided to do this. I don't know why my mind went in this direction. I genuinely cannot give you a proper reasoning for why I decided to write this story of all things. But somehow this is what I came up with. And hope you liked it. And I'm not Control NK says oof. But yeah, that it is a big oof. Yes, it was something that everyone said oof to, but people still like. So I don't know. I would love some feedback if you guys have anything to say. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but yeah, if you have anything to say, please let me know. I have put in the links to the stories there. Also, so writing prompts has a rule that you're not allowed to redirect people back to writing prompts unless it's been 24 hours since your story has been written. So I am making sure that nothing goes back there. It's all towards Telegram's site where I can just publish articles and I write my stories there. So there's no problem with that, I hope. And I do not want anyone to go and upvote my posts on Reddit or anything like that. I'm just writing it because I want to write it, and I'm just streaming it because I thought it would be a fun thing to do. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the stories I had for today. And I would love to know what you guys think. If hey, Control 9K, I'm glad you joined. You weren't there last time. But tell me what you think. You can also join my Telegram, which is Telegram group t.me/BruWrites, or you can find me on YouTube, which is BruWrites, or Twitch, BruWrites. It's all the same. You can find me if you want to, or you can follow me on Reddit. If you like this stream and you want to see the next stream, I'm planning to do this stream on Tuesdays and Fridays at the same time, which is 10 p.m. for me, which is IST. I don't know how to convert it. It's on my Twitch if you want to do that. But yeah, so that's it for this episode. I shall be back in another 4 days. Oh, that's 31st. Okay, so basically nobody's going to watch it then. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I shall be back in another 4 days. Hopefully you guys like it. Blue State 8 says, oof, trauma cycle. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It is a trauma cycle. I was just thinking about a lot of things that I've read over the years. A lot of things that I've learned and about trauma, about stuff like this. And it just all came out in this story. So I hope it wasn't too dark for people. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Reddit has, you guys, there are a few, been fluctuating between 13 to 20 watchers. I'm not sure if you guys liked it, but I will definitely be back. And maybe eventually you guys will like what I write. Control NK says, climax is interesting, but first paras has more words compared to material. I guess because I prefer shorter stuff, that's why. You prefer shorter stuff. I mean, that's okay. But I will. You can give me any feedback you want. If you think I suck, you can tell me I suck. I'm going to keep writing, keep improving, hopefully, and that eventually there's going to be better content. And if people do come into chat, still nice though. Thank you, Control 9K. But if people do come into chat, I would like to have like a chat writes type of thing where I can take the ideas that you guys give and make like a mishmash with like random lines coming in, random story ideas coming in, and we can all write together, or we can do writing prompts, and we can just all write together and read out what people have written as well. So I'm going to keep improving and trying to make sure that it's going to be a good stream. Lol, you were ending but didn't know, just dropped in. Yeah, I it's okay. You can join me if you like it. You can join me in a few days. I'll be back on Friday, but it's good. Thank you. You can read any of my stories all on my profile. I just write this. So basically, for those who are new, which is a few people on YouTube and Twitch, so use random word generator to write heavy para, says Control 9K. No, I don't think I should go that far. But for those of you who are new and those of you who are watching, the idea behind this stream is a way for me to get out of this mental rut that I've been in, where I'm not really doing anything in life, and I'm trying to get out of this situation, dealing with depression and dealing with stuff like that, where I finally have something to do. It might not be the most productive thing. It might not, get me any monetary benefits, but just something fun. I get up, I write every day, and I have to, just sit here and stream to you guys. So, I mean, it's just something to keep me occupied, and hopefully somebody gets entertained along the way. So that's pretty much all I'm trying to achieve with this stream. So I'm glad you guys were able to join me for this. I'll be back in a few days, and that's it. See you next time. Bye-bye. Wrong transition.